must eat a vegan diet.
He's been on a vegan diet the entire time we've had him for over a year. And as you can see, he is not dead. He is quite alive.
Richard Burgess
Little
had
events would be the
has
main thing
vegan
of
gains
flying
that
before it
aid
finally cracked
fermentation
inwards and
and shrink use.
Right? Make some vegan gains and be nice to animals, squirrel.
This dude is every negative vegan stereotype rolled into a single human. YouTube finally had enough.
person was still there, and two people were still alive.
Realizing the thin ice he was
Three
on,
people.
vegan gains put it against
Everything went out the window, doors and immediately shut behind him. The shelf went down. Oh,
However,
the other
just a
person
year
was able to
later,
get through there before
March 27th,
climbing up.
Charlie would upload a video
That's when the
that
deck thing would crack and the person
repair
and the first person out there would be
reputation
killed
forever.
there. Person wouldn't. But as water flowed into a top and Fury flattened a bit down.
Animals alive for their mukbang videos. In the video, Charlie exposes
This
a
thing started
YouTuber so young for her disturbing actions. But what
burning
Charlie's
before.
video brought some review had the chance to back Charlie up, instead decided to call him out for his apparent hypocrisy, as he is also a meat eater.
He made me aware he supported animal cruelty. He made a sausage maker.
I was climbing it up before I pulled myself up barely.
Charlie?
And started, and another one person was going over and just gripping onto the thing, heading up. As I barely pulled myself over the edge and hit my chest over. I then started slipping before I went over my chest, hit my head into him, barely threw my head out and grabbed on by one of my hands, just feeling the other one over here, which slipped. So I barely missed breaking my neck as another person, having went on to when pulling himself up onto here, swaying downwards before falling, crashing down straight.
Charlie, who's an animal lover,
Without saying
took the
straight through the
accusations
wall
very
there,
seriously,
crashing straight into the dining room as the ship
but
went
it's people
vertical.
like
When it got
Gaines who are
verticality,
really
she
aggressive
was also
and
flying very fast and
unrealistic
violently at this point,
that
as
really
people
give
tried to
vegans
pull
a
their
bad
way up,
rap
but
and
then
a
just
negative
fell off the
reputation
ship
in the world. Isn't that
in like
a
factual
reflection of
buffoons.
some idiots because you're an unlikable asshole? Yes, that's exactly why. That is how you're perceived on YouTube. It's how you conduct yourself. You're extremely condescending to anyone that's not in your club. You literally.
Of course, as then I grabbed onto the railing and pulled myself up, you could see the distanceness of it. As she started folding, the railing then broke as people were then thrown off. Still going on.
Experience firsthand what it's like to mess with zero and lost left in the audience out.
I went and then pulled myself up before I jumped off, boosting it. It broke the railing and I barely missed dying. The flag was broken off and sunk fast.
You say yes. You wanted a question? I get a kiss. Are you ready? Okay, you just said yes. That's one of the questions. Go.
However, while this content gained him over 3.5 million subscribers, it wouldn't take long for people to find out that Chris stages all his interactions and pays the women to kiss him. He was first exposed for his scam by H3H3 Productions, following which he was temporarily banned from YouTube. But it wasn't until Chris posted this video made a lot of famous faces, including Charlie, talk about it.
Yes, this Parvis was a ship looking like a cargo ship.
And in this one, I'm gonna try to kiss my sister.
As you can see, nothing is off when it comes to getting YouTube views. Now, it's debated if this is real or not, since all of his shit's fake. But this one has some like proof that it's his real sister, kind of. I don't really care. It's a weird clickbait anyway to really bank on the incest community. Don't mess with this man, guys. He's mastered over 10 forms of incest jitsu. Charlie then comments on his
Incest jitsu.
while proving how Chris is faking a persona for years. I don't know if I believe this. I'm guessing he's beating his opponents by making out with them until they get too erect and ejaculate, just collapse from exhaustion. Originally, Chris was hoping for exactly this, knowing that if he did something controversial, and people talking. Unfortunately, the backlash he received after the attention Charlie's video gave him led to his different ways. It's a fun journey. One thing is for certain, whether you love me or hate it, your 9 years old walking in your chair, you'll still remember exactly who Frankenvision was or who Chris is, whatever my name is. While Chris at least had some sense of self-respect to quit publicly following the beef, the same can't be
said about Mama Max, infamous YouTube vigilante.
My name is Max Striker. I'm a filmmaker dedicated to empowering children.
However,
To
Mama Max's
grow
goal of
children.
files is something everyone can get behind. He's also using the topic's seriousness to shield himself and do anything he wants, often being described as manipulative, and using any tool he can get his hands on to make others do his work for him. And anyone who refused would be canceled.
I had hoped that influencers, especially those who've interacted with my content before, would step up. Even if it was part of a lighthearted stream, especially, unfortunately, it seems that self-preservation outweighs child welfare for most influencers.
This video was a follow-up to his Pick a Side YouTube. Mama Max tried to post an everyday YouTuber either agree with Max or admit they're a predator. However, things would start to go south. He uploaded a video titled "This is the Greatest Cancellation of All Time," where our white knight conveyed to the audience that a universally beloved YouTuber is a potential
Shortly, our voice heard by millions. We reached out hoping for a private response that would recognize your platform has the power to drive significant change, yet many voices remain unheard amid the digital climate.
The video was basically a call to action and a rant on Charlie not doing enough with his millions of subscribers. Mama Max's main motive was to start problems and make it seem like Charlie was getting canceled for siding with the wrong people. But days later, Charlie would respond to Mama Max and silence him when the situation escalated.
Talks like the
Long
thing
three-propeller ship.
about like
The Britannic it was.
apparently when I had
That's
COVID,
pretty
he
ridiculous.
messaged me a couple times and I never saw it.
1, 2,
And
3,
now
4,
he's taken that as me ghosting and ignoring his very important mission. And it really rubs me the wrong way.
Making a 21-minute video because a guy stopped messaging you on Discord is wild. Max's behavior then continued to become increasingly more disturbing, with the manipulation of his colleagues, not disclosing where the money he gathered for the victims went, and his lack of knowledge of the legal system. Max's abuse of power ended up costing him his credibility and reputation, with his channel not seeing a new upload for over 11 months. But while Penguin Zero made only one video about Mama Max, this next creator got hit multiple times. Kwebbelkop, also known as Jordy, is a famous face in the world of gaming creators, but Jordy himself can be called the main culprit for killing his own channel, fueled by Charlie's expose of him. In a video titled "Downfall of a Massive YouTuber," Charlie was detailing Kwebbelkop's terrible move of turning himself and his channel into an AI version.
If I want to build tons and tons and tons of channels that will flourish and shine forever, we need to remove the human element. Yes, we need robots. We need computers.
That's spoken like a man who really cares about the content. If I'm to own 5 million channels, I realize the weakest link is the goddamn human.
In another video, Charlie breaks down Jordy's immense AI plan, critiquing him for his decision of choosing a bad version of himself and consistency over his audience.
And then he did a hard pivot into AI. He wanted everything to be AI. And now he's completely digitized himself. He's jacked Kwebbelkop into the cyberspace, and now all he does is AI-related work. What if you didn't know that the content was created by AI? That's called misleading people, and that's shitty. You're lying to them by pretending that it's a real person behind it. The content will never be the same.
Instead of admitting to his mistakes, Kwebbelkop turned the whole situation into a massive joke, even letting his AI respond to Charlie on his behalf.
You want a debate? I will give you a debate. So let's react to penguins.
Eventually down the line, people wouldn't be able to tell if the content was a real person, organic flush and cringe, or machine behind the content.
I mean, I can be cringe sometimes. So does that make me human? Am I finally a human? There's no.
I love how even the AI sounded like he was struggling to come up with an argument. In the end, what Charlie did to Kwebbelkop wasn't just exposure, but a full takedown, which he almost did to TikTok influencer Monty Lopez, who was selling his soul for views.
I'm sure all of you have heard of the name Addison Rae by now.